What's up, Zoners? This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward, and Jason, the lucky bastard youth will coming at you live from the West Coast. And this is the Fantasy Red Zone. I've been drinking, and I've been thinking about football, Jason. Fantasy football in particular. And the most of all, what I've been thinking about is rankings, and that's what we're going to go over tonight. We also have the news. So we got news and brews. We're going to go over all of our rankings. This is a live show, so ask away, man. We were just getting comments maybe an hour ago, Jason. PPR, non-PPR, these are our PPR rankings. So, yeah, dude. Jason, before we get into all of that, you need to tell the public how they can help the show because we need it more than ever, man. Look at our subscribers, man. We need to get some more digits going on. Please help us.
Digits. We're greedy. We want more. Yeah, if you guys made it this far and enjoyed two friends talking about fantasy football, having a few drinks together, a couple of brewskis, as they say on the streets, the kids say nowadays, hit the subscribe, press the like. We like the likes. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about these rankings. You know what? During this show, ask us all the questions you want answered for Sunday. And we're also on the radio, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Tyler, you have a Patreon.
Shout out Carter Mario. Shout out Harold Corman. Press the mic button. Press the sneeze button. The cough button, dog. What are you trying to do? We got a team back here. They're supposed to be controlling your coughs.
Dude, I thought you were telling that to Marta Cario, and I was like, what? You just kind of like, there was no pause, and I'm like, what is he coughing?
Well, there was no pause between that and your coughs, man. Okay. Anyways. Hey, if you want to support us, get us more time to do these rankings so we can do more rankings and such. The only way that's going to happen is through Patreon. So thank you very much to Carter Mario, Harold and Corman.
Harold and Kumar.
That's terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, man, let's get into the news and the brews. First up, Jason, we got to talk about it. Tua Tagovailoa. I owned him the year, man. When he went, fence post and was gone for a couple weeks. We saw that last night, dude. That was terrible. As soon as we saw it, everybody, dude, took off their helmets on one knee. It was an obvious concussion. Now everybody's calling on him to retire. Mike McDaniels, Jason said, it's his career. If he wants to come back out here, dude, like fucking gladiator, let him come out here, dude. So, depends on what's most important to him. It's his life. People are calling on other stuff. Yeah, like if I was his dad, I'd be like, you got to stop, dude. But hey, right. if it's what you're born to do and stuff, go do it. But I would recommend if I was his doctor, I'd say, please stop.
I would say, please stop. Yeah, we were texting in the middle of that, and I was like, damn, I feel kind of bad for the guy. Because you don't want to see that happen, dude. You don't want to see people.
He seems like the nicest guy, Jason.
Right, and he's been through a lot, even since college, so. Just you want him to be healthy, dude. You want the Bills to win if you're going for the Bills, but you want him at like when the Dolphins at their healthiest, and it just sucks when he's so he impacts the game so much when he's either on the field or off the field. Now he's probably going to miss time. Everybody's talking about possibility of retirement, so we'll have to wait and see.
Which player does his so speaking of fantasy though, just focusing on that, which player does he affect the most, Jason? Because I know.
It's got to be Hill, right? Yeah, I get it. No.
That's hard, man. Woo, talk hand, chicken no. Jalen Waddle. Played college together. Dude, Waddle had a huge game one. You saw what happened this last game. That was just a clusterfuck of stuff, dude. But yeah, to me, Waddle is the most impacted here. So if you own Jalen Waddle and something happens to Tagovailoa, I would advise just trying to get rid of him while you still can. All right, Jason.
So you have no fears for Hill?
No. I think that Mike McDaniel, they'll do jet sweeps, and we need Hill I think he's still injured. I forget about that. When he got thrown down on the pavement and was like, man, my surgery, I just got surgery on my knee. I was like, dude, like, what about? I don't hear about this. Like, he's going and playing football every Sunday. Like, what about his knee? Is he questionable? So, when you watch him play, I think he's still injured from that surgery. So I think he's gonna get better as the year goes on.
Dude, Olaf Olaf is in the chat. He made a good comment. He's like, why didn't he wear those little bubble helmets?
So those bubble helmets, man, like they did a study on them. They only work well for linemen, apparently. Repetitive, short impact stuff. When you get a head start and everything. But you saw what he took, dude. It's just like Chuck Liddell, dude. I don't know if you guys like the UFC. These guys with stone chins, they get knocked out once, they get knocked out twice, and all of a sudden, dude, they are just getting knocked out every time they get touched, they get sneezed on. So it's just kind of concussions are the same way. It's almost like separating your shoulder. Each time it just gets easier. You saw that what Tua did, man. Getting a concussion on that shit happens on Thanksgiving out in the fields, Jason, between friends.
I know. Jonathan Taylor actually wears one. And he's doing it for like the same reason, where he's like,
does he really?
Oh yeah. He's like,
hopefully I can watch one of those games, man. Please subscribe so I can afford NFL, whatever the fuck. All right, man. Next up, Jason. Since Tyreek Hill has been a Dolphin, his longest reception versus the Bills has been 23 yards. Everybody on the radio was going over all the shit. The Bills, dude, have owned the Dolphins over the last 3 years or something like that. So last night, I mean, his first two interceptions just changed the whole tide, and they weren't his fault. I think it would have been an even game-ish, but still, man. I just want to say, what was I saying? Yeah, Tyreek Hill doing bad last night. I guess I should have done some more research because I see Tyreek Hill. I see he got targeted like 14 times, 18 times week 1. Hell yeah, dude. I'm ranking him super high week 2.
Yeah, this was part of my reason why I said to sit Tua was because they don't do well. Tyreek, he only averages in the past 4 games 0.5 touchdown a game. So, yeah, the Bills have their number.
Jason, Christian McCaffrey is out. IR is in consideration, according to Kyle Shanahan. Yesterday, yeah, we're live. I could say yesterday was his worst day with his Achilles. So Jordan Mason, obvious pickup. He's not going to be doing that great this week, but Jordan Mason's going to win people leagues. I do want to throw out Isaac Garindo to pick up if you've got if you have a deep league or whatever. I want to pick up Isaac Garindo right now, but it comes between him and Yoshivas. I'm keeping Yoshivas, but Isaac Garindo, I would not be surprised if he popped off for 50 yards and a touchdown this week.
Garindo,
dude.
Oh man, another hot take coming from.
Dude, when they drafted him, it was he ran the fastest 40.
So I heard
by far, and some other crazy shit too. And I was like, dude, the 49ers got him. So he's been on my radar for so long, man. I did not know Christian and I also want to throw out there, Jason, if you did draft Christian McCaffrey, do not feel bad about yourself, dude. Jason and I want to say, dude, I wish we did this for a living. I feel like we do this for a living, man. We 30 hours a goddamn week, man. So it's we did not know. And everything was oh yeah, if this, I could play tomorrow. It's fine. The only thing that you could kick yourself in the ass is if you did not grab his backup, and we should have hit that harder, Jason. It's if you draft Christian McCaffrey, also draft some backups,
Yeah, but it's crazy, right? Because there was so many years where Christian McCaffrey was injury prone, and then he hasn't, and then we kind of just forget about it. He's Iron Man; he could play through anything.
But still, if you draft Christian McCaffrey, you should be grabbing his number 2 late if you can.
But you still have them not doing well this week against Minnesota, correct?
Yeah, and you know what, dude? Now everybody's hopping on that train, and it sucks. When you see things in the future, Jason, it's just hard. Life is hard.
Isaac, he's not doing those rushing yards this week.
I was saying, dude, well, he is so fast. He's kind of like that Brees Hall. I gave up on trying to count Brees Hall out against good defenses because all he does is one play, dude. Isaac Garindo, I'm just I wouldn't be surprised if he had a 50-yard touchdown. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, score from 50 yards out. He's got the speed.
Because Vikings defense, dude, underrated. Jason, next up, I just reminded me of myself of LL Cool J just dropped a song with Eminem 2 days ago. I went to go check my sound. It was recommended to me. It actually sounds pretty good, dude. Check it out. Jason, this is, the Jaguars will be down 2 starting DBs, defensive backs, Sunday versus the Browns. This would be huge news if Deshaun Watson wasn't the fucking quarterback. for the Browns. He's got to care, Jason, to take advantage of that.
I just put in a trade today to try to get Amari Cooper.
Dude, they need an answer, man. Like, if Jameis Winston goes in there, he's throwing deep. So Amari Cooper will get air yards. Whoo! I don't know,
Tyler,
man. What's up?
What are you doing in a full PPR flex? Garrett Wilson or David Montgomery?
Oh, full PPR flex?
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Wilson, dude. And yes, am I drunk? I was like, yeah, not yet. But I'm drunk off that drive, Jason, when Garrett Wilson did that flying back shoulder grab, and then, dude, that one drive was so good. And I was like, dude, it was taut.
Snead is covering them from the Titans. Does that change your?
I know this, but like Garrett Wilson is the type of wide receiver that I don't know. And is he going to throw to Lazard the entire time, Jason? He's going to be hyper focused, and he is so talented. Like sometimes it does not matter. Like Tyreek Hill, I rank him number 2 or number 1 every week. It doesn't matter. So Garrett Wilson, man, that shit was crazy when I was watching him last week. I was like, oh my God, dude, this shit's crazy.
And he's only going to continue to get better when Aaron Rodgers continues to get better. So,
and after that game, dude, that's all he talked about. Number 5.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, this is hilarious. Jim Harbaugh said he went to the Chargers equipment staff earlier this week, asked for a pair of the same sneakers as Justin Herbert. Harbaugh was wearing them today, and this is his quote. They're like, hey, you wearing the same shoes as Justin Herbert? And he's like, there's not a gene in his body I wouldn't immediately trade for. So Justin, So he's like, oh, I like those shoes. And then he fucking shows up with those shoes. He's like, hey, man, like, I saw you wearing those shoes. Did you get that from Justin Herbert? There is not a gene in his body I wouldn't trade for.
I thought that was funny. Who do you think was a better quarterback, Herbert or Harbaugh?
Herbert, but
Herbert.
Give me Harbaugh's spirit, dude. He will take on. He's like Matt Damon in The Great Wall, dude. He'll take on an alien race with like a bow and arrow.
He's pretty funny. Hey, would you trade Neighbors for Marvin Harrison?
No, I'm not taking anybody on the Giants. Not doing it. There's Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, dude. There's red flags. And when you watch, I went back and I watched, and they're like, yeah, dude, he looks slow, he looks lethargic, and all of his like college tapes, he's like going crazy. He does have quickness. I just think that he was in his own head. Give him time. Whereas Malik Neighbors, he is counting on targets, dude, and Wan'Dale Robinson is getting more targets. So I do like that they're going to be throwing every game, Malik Neighbors. I don't give a fuck, dude. Daniel Jones, until something happens, I don't want I don't want anybody receiving passes from Levis. I don't want anybody from receiving passes from Daniel Jones, Jason.
Yeah, so I think my Neighbors could actually have a good game this weekend. He has a great matchup against Commanders.
I have him ranked pretty high.
We got to remember, dude, Marvin Harrison Jr. basically took the offseason off. I don't even think he was in any preseason, maybe one drive, but so he went like a month without even putting pads on and getting full contact. Like let's give this guy some time. You know, I still think he's going to play well.
I do have, and I'll contradict myself because I do have Malik ranked over Marvin Harrison Jr., but now I'm to the point where I need to see Marvin Harrison Jr. before I rank him higher. But everything in my bones, I believe that I would rather have Marvin Harrison Jr. over Malik Neighbors.
Who would you rather put in your flex, full PPR, Stevenson or Mason? Stevenson, right? Because you're down on the 49ers.
Stevenson's at home versus
Seattle, I think.
Yeah. And Seattle's got good corners. I would take Stevenson because that's their offense. And then who was he going against? Or who was the other person?
Jordan Mason.
Yeah, and Jordan Mason's not that offense, dude. I'm telling you, like, you can pass against the Vikings. Like, so I think I have Ayuk and Debo a little bit higher this week. And I have Jordan Mason down because, dude, the Vikings' run defense is real. They will pass more on the Vikings.
All right, Tyler, do your next news clip. We got these things rolling in, man.
Holy shit. Okay, Hollywood Brown to IR. His bone had moved. He needed surgery. No timetable for return. To me, Jason, I tried to get Xavier Worthy, but I think your ass drafted him before I did, like the round before I wanted him. So yeah, Xavier Worthy owners, rejoice. I get it, dude. But like Chris Long said, I will always remember where I was when I saw Xavier Worthy touch the football in the NFL for the first time.
Really?
I was sitting on my couch.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, I probably sit on my couch too in front of the TV.
I was like, dude, I was watching it. I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna get like 2 yards on this shit. And then I was like, oh, it reminded me of Jahmyr Gibbs. It felt like the camera zoomed in on him as he ran faster.
Well, he's like to the point now with Brown out that he's must start every week at least wide receiver 3 numbers. Man, he's like the new Deshaun Jackson for his rookie year. He just put up those 50-yard, 60-yard, 20-yard touchdowns, man.
You say browned out, Jason. It was kind of funny. I browned out. I didn't really remember much, but I browned out.
Browned out.
I'm going to use that. I'm going to steal that from you. All right, here we go.
Browned out.
AJ Brown, Jason, just popped up. Limited participant in practice today with a hamstring. What's the one thing you don't want if you're playing fantasy football? Dude, you don't want a fucking hamstring. So anyways, hashtag remove hamstrings, Jason. So yeah, man, AJ Brown, we got to keep an eye on that because hamstrings are real.
Yeah, hamstrings or Antonio Brown against the Jets, where you just quit. You don't want that in a championship game. You don't want that either. Fantasy championship.
And then Jason, Jameson Williams, right? Jameson Williams. Oh my God, I'm getting messed up. Apparently, Jameson Williams, man, my dog's going crazy. Jameson Williams questionable with ankle injury versus Tampa Bay. If he plays, Jason, I don't care. I'm still playing him after last week. I was going by targets. If Jameson Williams getting like more than 5 targets, give me Jameson Williams.
Yeah, and he's going up against a defense last year that gave up a lot of points to wide receivers. So,
Jason,
I actually think he scored a touchdown against them last year too. I think he may have. Go on.
Oh damn, good
against
job.
Buccaneers.
I don't remember that. I just know that Buccaneers secondary sucks, and Jaden McDaniels didn't take advantage of it. Jaden Reed, limited participant in practice today with a calf. Love listed as questionable, Jason. I just want to tell you, newsflash, we did not rank Love. Yeah. I should have probably put him in there as doubtful. But yeah, I'm assuming he's out, Jason. Like, I'm just assuming. But like, yeah, Jaden Reed is my highest ranked Green Bay wide receiver. And Indianapolis defense sucks. Where's Sexy Mexi, dude? He knows what I'm talking about.
He's here. He's in the chat, man. Yeah. I think even if Love did play, you think he's going to be in the top 24? You know, he's going to hand it off anytime. Don't make this guy step back with that leg. Oh, Pirates.
Jason, I do want to say I had to go against guess who I went against last night in fantasy football in our main league.
I don't know.
James Cook. So, hey, if you're pissed off about last night, join the club. And then also, I'm going against Jamie Craig, dude, in our listener league. He'd put his name to small turd. I'm going to crush him to dust, dude. You're going to be like one of those white-haired cat turds when I'm done with you. All right, man.
What?
T. Higgins, doubtful, Jason. I have Yoshivas ranked higher, but I do want to say, man, we do not know about Joe Burrow's wrist. I just watched a video of him like messing with his wrist for like 20 minutes during the first game.
Oh no. Well, I do have him ranked pretty low.
Yeah, I had him higher than most. I believe in Joe Burrow, man. Like everything from this preseason, I was like all about Joe Burrow. But right now with his wrist, I'm like, fuck, dude. Can we talk about injuries, man? God.
Week 4. Week 4.
That's what they say. They say by week 4, Joe Burrow will be a top 3 quarterback. All right, man. Odunze and Keenan questionable versus the Texans. I know I pushed Caleb Williams a lot. I am starting Matthew Stafford over Caleb Williams. I do apologize. I still believe in DJ Moore. Caleb Williams, I still believe in, but until it's going to be second half of the year type of shit.
Yeah, well, we got to remember the Texans actually went up against a not so powerful Colts last week, and maybe their secondary is not as good as we think they are, and I could just be reaching here too. So let's see what Caleb Williams could do. But I think DJ Moore, I did put him up a little bit higher just because there's a chance he's going to be the only wide receiver out there.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Addison. I did not see this. I had to remove him from my rankings. Vikings fan, dude. You think, oh, the Green Bay Packers jersey. Man, this is the Mighty Ducks. I think it's Conway. I don't remember, dude. Anyways, I wanted a Goldberg jersey, but you know how that goes when you tell people what you want. Here we go. Addison out, Jason, versus 49ers. That only hurts Sam Darnold. Once Sam Darnold has Addison fully healthy and Hawkinson fully healthy, dude, I'm telling you, Sam Darnold looked amazing last week. I watched the highlights. Holy shit, dude. He dropped that. Sam Darnold might be really good coming up, dude. Let's trade away JJ McCarthy and keep, what's his name? Sam Darnold.
Well, Sam Darnold was also the number one trade player for in the last 30 days. So
yeah, I thought about picking him up, but not against San Francisco and not with the Addison out. And then lastly, Jason, your Cowboys. Jake Ferguson is doubtful. So I highlighted, you and I both had him ranked in the top 10. I highlighted him red.
Who's what? You did say that last part again?
I said Jake Ferguson. We both ranked him in the top 10, so I highlighted him red. So he's in our rankings still, but he is doubtful, so I highlighted him red.
Oh, dang. So he's probably not going to play. Yeah.
All right, man.
He's a red flag.
I'm gonna share some shit with everybody. Do we have any questions? We have 31 people. Seem like they're talking to us.
Yeah, this guy's wanting to know if AJ Brown is out.
AJ Brown, limited participant. I just checked. I was going through Reddit and breaking news at 5:30 ish. So within the last hour, maybe. But from what I saw, he is limited participant. So just keep your eye on that. Devontae Smith, dude. I've been pushing Devontae Smith. Man.
Are they the Monday game?
Yes, they are. First,
oh gosh, dude. Right? If AJ Brown is out, Devonta Smith.
And I watched the Falcons last week, dude. That's the game I had, and Kirk Cousins, dude, looked terrible. All right, so now he gets the pass rush of the Eagles. It will be reflected in my rankings. I get the Eagles give up a ton of stuff, but still.
Tyler, would you rather have Keenan Allen or Worthy in your lineup?
Worthy, man. Keenan Allen right now. I know. So I was going by targets. I do want to say I don't blame you, dude, because especially in PPR, holy shit. Dude, Keenan Allen had 11 targets or something like that. But without Hollywood Brown, dude, you got to keep on starting Worthy. I know the floor is low. The floor is 2 receptions, 20 yards. But the ceiling, man, you got to keep on starting Worthy. And who was the other person that it was against? Sorry, Jason.
It was Keenan Allen and Worthy.
And Keenan Allen with his heel. I know he had a heel injury going into last week. But yeah, I would start Xavier. I've got Xavier Worthy ranked. I mean, I could look at our rankings right now. Well, we'll look at that. Remind me of this when we go over our wide receiver rankings, Jason.
All
right, man. I'm sharing our quarterback rankings right now. So, Jason, you and I both, I have Mahomes ranked 6th. What is making you really like Mahomes versus Cincinnati?
Because they're going against Cincinnati. Does he normally play well against Cincinnati, and he's home against Cincinnati?
He's 3-1 against Joe Burrow, isn't he, or some shit like that?
Well, I'm not talking about wins and losses. I'm talking about fantasy points.
When you say play well, I was just he lost.
Well, yeah, he lost in it was a couple years ago, but he's Patrick Mahomes. We saw what the capability that he could do with Xavier Worthy. Rashee Rice is going to get his, and they still have Travis Kelce, and they're home. There's always between the Bengals and the Chiefs are always big games. I can see a lot of points being scored, and I can see Patrick Mahomes just bombing a 50-yard touchdown to freaking Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, and then as far as Lamar goes, I see a blowout game. They just went against the Chiefs, dude, who look amazing. Las Vegas did not look good last week, and it's going to be probably a blowout, dude. And it's going to be Henry and Lamar Probably I don't see Lamar running more than maybe 8 times. I say that, but the pass rush is so good. He probably will run more than 10 times because the pass rush is so good over there in Oakland, goddamn Las Vegas. So he's gonna step up in the pocket and run a lot.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a game. Baltimore's at home too, right?
Yeah, he is. They
I
are.
see this as a
Baltimore at
powerhouse.
home is like a different beast, Jason. Remember last year?
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to need Lamar to throw that much, and that's why I have them a little bit lower.
I just see a blowout game here. And you're right. And then it's kind of 50-50. Like blowout games could be amazing for wide receivers or just god awful. You know what I'm saying? But he's lucky he gets to run and whatever. You'll see later that I have all my points going towards Derrick Henry in this matchup. And then Jason, another one that we were kind of different on, Kyler. You have ranked 7, I have ranked 11. I actually have CJ Stroud at home against Chicago. Kyler Murray really kind of just like watching that shit last week, not throwing to him, not throwing to Marvin Harrison. I don't know. He looked all right last week, but after watching last night, maybe I need to readjust how I think because I think the Buffalo defense is a lot better than what I think, Jason.
Sorry. This guy asked, who do you trust more, Frodo or Samwise at Mordor? 10-team PPR.
Dude, fucking Samwise, dude. Frodo's out here. He's getting bloodshot eyes, dog. He's getting high on that ring. All right.
Well, hey, yeah, there is no Frodo without Sam.
What's his name again?
Roman.
I want to tell you, we are 38 years old, and senior ditch day, we ditched. We went and watched Return of the King, and I cried, man, when he said bow to nobody. You guys bow to no one. All of us cried. What a senior ditch day.
What month is senior ditch day?
May, March, June? I don't know, dude. I'm not in school.
Wow, that's crazy. We saw it in December. Who would you rather start, DK Metcalf or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I swear, dude, it was senior ditch day, man. We wouldn't watch something on senior ditch day because Doug did not want to go. Who'd you say, Marvin Harrison Jr. or who?
DK Metcalf.
Dude, DK Metcalf. I know he's at – okay. This is so tough, man, because
I'm going with Marvin Harrison.
Well, I know. I'm still going DK Metcalf, but people are not talking about Christian Gonzalez, Jason. If DK Metcalf does bad, I do apologize. But we want to start DK Metcalf over Marvin Harrison until we see different. And but Christian Gonzalez, you remember him, dude? Bill Belichick drafted him. He was a shutdown corner until he got injured. Rookie.
Yeah, who's he covering?
He was covering Jamar Chase last week.
And who's he covering this week?
He's probably going to be covering goddamn who we just go over?
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, DK Metcalf. I know, dude.
And look, Surtain covered DK Metcalf last week, and he didn't do shit either.
Dude.
The matchup, so we're split on this one. I'm going with Marvin Harrison. The matchup is just too good. And at home, right? I think they're in Arizona.
Yeah. And then, Jason, I think you guys, let's see. Jaden McDaniels, you have ranked 4. I want you to talk about that. I thought that was a little surprising given that he literally, it's just got to be matchup, right? Because they're going to dominate this game.
Yes.
Okay.
There's going to be no defense in this game, and we saw that he could run the ball. He had like 16 rushes last game, right? And he scored twice within the 5-yard line, I believe. He had like 22 points. Yeah, I think we're going to probably – if he's going to run all over the Jets. And maybe he'll even get a passing touchdown. The Giants. Maybe he'll even throw the ball and get a passing touchdown. So anything's possible.
So you actually have him ranked ahead of Anthony Richardson at Green Bay.
Yeah, and that's just because of the matchup. I feel like it's going to be a little bit different with going to Lambeau and playing against the Packers.
Yeah, so like I see this as being like pretty much a blowout game again, and he'll be throwing some play action passes to his tight end touchdowns, stupid shit like that, dude. Tight ends. Zach Ertz will play a play action touchdown, but I just can't stand the fact that no wide receiver got more than 20 yards last week against Tampa Bay, who has a terrible back end. All right, so like I was just tripping out about that, so that's why I put him at 7. And then Jason, I've got Stroud at 8. You're pretty low on Stroud. I kind of I want to understand why you're so low on Stroud.
Dude, if you go look up that secondary for the Chicago Bears, they don't allow anything.
I know, man, and that's what I was tripping out about ranking DJ Moore. I was like, there's one healthy wide receiver on this team, and DJ Moore is awesome. Like, I don't know how to rank DJ Moore. I still ranked him high because he's the only dude there, and he needs one play. But when you were saying that, I was like, shit, dude. All I've been hearing about is the DBs from Chicago for like 8 months.
They're so good. They're so good.
But yeah, anybody asking questions, Jason? I see we got like 45 questions.
Likely or Brandon Cooks in a 12 PPR.
I go likely, dude. Brandon Cooks, they're going against it. I think they've got at home against New Orleans. And New Orleans defense looked amazing, Jason. But guess what? They went against Carolina. And then we have Jake Ferguson being doubtful though, so Brandon Cooks will get more targets though, right?
Yeah, I think LaShawn Lattimore, right? LaShawn Lattimore.
I think
he's out.
I mean, if you told me that Cooks had 3 receptions for 45 yards and a touchdown, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep. Who's he? What's the other question though? Was the other person?
No, Isaiah Likely or Brandon Cooks.
But Isaiah Likely is going to get 7 targets, but it's going to be a blowout game. I think both are going to be blowout games actually, because do you remember Jason? The Cowboys play blowout games every single week. They win by a ton or they lose by a ton.
Yeah. Marshawn
How do you
Lattimore
feel about that? I think that I would. Yeah, I don't know.
I think if you're going for more of a safer route, I think I might want to say Cooks because I could see Cooks getting some receptions this game with Lattimore out and Ferguson out for the Cowboys. You know, if they're not going to Isaiah Likely, I don't know. I'm more into Mark Andrews this week than Isaiah Likely.
I noticed that. Yeah, I'd probably go Likely. Jason would go to him, but the point here is it's more of a coin flip. We just gave you our logic. You know, like whatever you feel more comfortable with, you should go because it really is kind of a coin flip there.
Oh, shoot. Lattimore and Matthews out for the Saints. Oh, that's tough, dude.
Oh, Lattimore's out for the Saints?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, dog.
Wasn't he out all last year too?
No, he played last year.
I don't know, man. I felt like he was out for like half the fucking year.
Well,
all right, man.
That's half the year he played. He's not all.
One thing I do want to point out, Jason, I've got Baker ranked at 10. You've got Baker ranked at 13. I've got Evans and Godwin, I think both in my top 20, Jason. So Baker, I have above Tua. We'll talk about that. I mean, we got above like so many people, man. I think it's amazing. I've got above Stafford, above Dak. I hate Baker, but if you're playing at Detroit, I just believe in you. So I know that the Detroit pass rush is real, but he has Godwin. He's got Rashad White, and he has Mike Evans. That literally covers all 3 layers. So I'm not too concerned.
So where do you have so who do you have behind him then?
Behind who? Baker?
Yeah.
I've got Kyler right behind Baker, and then I've got Dak, and then I've got Stafford.
Damn, okay. Man, you really talked me up with Matthew Stafford then. I thought you were going to be higher on him.
I know, because I was like, looking at Stafford. I was like, I've got to make him 12. But, dude, I'm like, I told you, that was for me. I've got Caleb Williams and Matthew Stafford. I was like, he's got 2 missing tackles. Like, people are ranking him so low. I just wanted to give you confidence to start him. I'm still starting him, but would I rather start Goff or Stroud or Kyler or Jaden or Dak? Yes, probably.
See, I have Goff right.
No, not Dak. No, wait. Oh, Dak. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I have Goff in front of Baker just because I talked about it last week. You know, he was my I said to play him last week because he was in a dome. He's still in the dome. This is going to be probably another high scoring game. I think he's going to play better, especially with Jameson Williams. And they want to get Monroe St. Brown back in the mix. I know he wants that. I feel like he's going to provide this week. He didn't last week. I think he's going to do it this week. And that's why I had to put him in front of Baker.
Yeah, and I had high hopes for Tua, dude. Like, I usually have Tua ranked lower for some reason. I don't know. It's like I don't know why when I see that he carries two 100-yard receivers, I'm like, oh my god, dude! I saw that, I'm like, I gotta rate Tua higher, and then I kept on ranking him higher and higher and higher and higher. But then, yeah,
Oh,
dude, what's up?
shit, Tyler. I just got F'd in the B. So it's not likely or Brandon Cooks. It's likely for Brandon Cooks in a 12 PPR.
F'd in the B. Would I take? I would not trade for Brandon Cooks. I would keep Likely.
Keep likely. He's going to have more spike weeks. He's probably going to have more points at the end of the year than Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, because I would no shit. Yeah, I would keep Likely all night long. Dude, on Reddit, I've seen so many better trades than that for Likely, dude.
Oh, and he's got Ferguson on the way. Yeah, he's got Ferguson too, man. Yeah. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, because you're gonna need Likely this week, and then trade. Yeah, you package away Likely with 2 for 1, dude. 2 for 1. That's all. If you're gonna trade, dude, be the person that gives 2 people for 1 better person. Do that.
I got a good one for you right here. Would you trade Amari Cooper for Jordan Mason? Amari's on this guy's bench, and Mason will be his running back 2 over Najee.
Yeah, because dude, Deshaun Watson is pissing me off. So, like, in Jordan Mason, even worst case scenario, man, you got Jordan Mason for 4 or 5 weeks. You're going to be in the playoffs probably because he's going to be a running back 1 for you for 3 of those 4 weeks, or 4 or 5 of those 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that is probably worth it. Whereas Amari Cooper, I was very high on because of how he was, even with what's his name last year, dude, Watson last year, he was pretty good. But this year, dude, that fucking first game, and listen to Chris Long and everybody else, dude, I cannot take that lightly. Deshaun Watson's a piece of shit. There's new evidence. They might be bringing in Ryan Tannehill. And if they bring Ryan Tannehill, I'd rather have Amari Cooper. But until that day, dude, you got to trade him.
Yeah, and there's that, what's that guy's name? Ian Rappaport. He actually said that the 49ers might be leaning towards putting McCaffrey on IR.
Yeah. All right, man. And then, Jason, what else, dude? Oh, Darnold. I've got at 18. I know he's going against San Francisco, but I still believe in Sam Darnold, and he does not have many weapons right now. So if you're in a 2-quarterback league, fire up Sam Darnold, dude. And then, Jason, the last thing is Deshaun Watson. I was going to put him off my rankings, actually. I should have D. Jones over him. Oh, I do. I do have D. Jones. He's the last quarterback on my rankings. Jason, you have him ranked 22, so you still believe a little bit in Deshaun Watson.
A little bit.
A little bit. All right, man. Running backs. This is where the money is made, dude. This is where the honey is savored. That's not even a fucking saying, dude. All right, man. Jason, do you wonder why you ever went in business with me on this TV show?
No, sometimes I wonder why I ever became friends with you.
Because you had nobody else. Oh no, Jason was Mr. Popular, man. I was the man with nobody else.
It was what was it? 8th grade home ec, right? Home ec class.
Yeah, man. Jason was huge and popular. I was tiny
and working on that A+.
I cared about grades and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, for a long time.
I'll sweep the classroom. Can I please just get that plus?
And now look at me. I am a scientist. If you're out there and you're wondering who you're taking advice from, I am a scientist, technically. All right, Jason. Number 1 for us, not for me, dude. We differed a lot on our number 1. I had Saquon Barkley as my number 1. You had Bijan Robinson as your number 1. But guess what? Our number 1 is Brees Hall. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. I think this week is one of those weeks for the Falcons where this is it, right? If Bijan Robinson doesn't live up, then he's not going to be ranked as high anymore. We're going to get a better understanding of how they're going to use him, how he's going to be efficient in this game or in this year. I think this is the week that's where they're going to determine that because he has a good matchup. The Eagles gave up 7 yards a carry last week. So I'm like, okay, if they want this guy to really be like CMC, Bijan Robinson should have a good game. He should have a great game this week, especially he had like 6 receptions last week. So he's even involved in the passing game. If he doesn't live up to it, then he's going to start falling down my ranks.
Yeah, and so he was involved in the passing game a lot. That's what saved him. Because I watched it, dude. He had like one good run. Like I said, I had to watch that game. Pittsburgh defense was fucking them up. But Kirk Cousins looked terrible. The reason he had 7 receptions is because Kirk Cousins couldn't move, and the pass rush was crazy.
I mean, that's still fine. If he's going to be catching 7 to 10 balls a game, that's fine too. In PPR, in full PPR format.
And that's why I still have him ranked at 7 is because the pass rush is still going to be crazy. But Jason, I mean, Tyler Algier took his first carry was way better than any of Bijan's. I was like, holy shit. And so that kind of tripped me out. I don't know, man. Kirk Cousins needs to look a lot better before I start ranking Bijan better. And then at Philadelphia, I'm like, yeah, they're just going to pass the ball. Like, so your points from Bijan are probably coming from receptions, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying is if they run the ball, there's a good chance that he's going to have a good game running. And if not, he still has the receptions to fall back on.
And then Jason, Saquon at home versus Atlanta, you don't think he deserves top 3?
I'm kind of iffy on that one because you were all talking about they have 3 new starting linemen. So I'm like,
that was not. Oh yeah. Well, no, that wasn't Saquon. That was the.
Oh, did you say Saquon?
Yeah, Saquon.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I was thinking of Kyren.
Fucking Kyren lost both of his tackles. And
okay.
You know what, Jason? You and I both have, because you know why I have it ranked so high? I'm like, these receptions are going somewhere, man. So Kyren Williams, ranked 2nd for Jason, ranked 4 for me. Arizona just gave up a ton of points to Buffalo in the second half. I see Kyren doing well against at Arizona.
I mean, he's done it before. He did it last year. He won me a couple of games against Arizona. So the Saquon Barkley thing was like, yeah, he's great. He's going to get receptions too. Last week, they really held Najee Harris to 20 rushes for 70 yards. That's horrible. I do think he's going to do better than that, but I don't want to underestimate Atlanta's defensive line when it comes to running.
Right. And then Jason, you and I both have Jonathan Taylor-Thomas at 6.
Good matchup.
Yeah, that fool. I wish I could part my hair down the middle, but guess what? I can't. Jonathan Taylor-Thomas, Jason.
Oh, I'm like, okay. I used to do that all the time, dude. Put gel
you
in
did.
It.
Hey, man. I was actually going through young pictures of you, Jason, because it was your dad's birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
Shout out. Hey, happy birthday, Steven Youthable. Coming in at 6'5", 300 pounds. Steven Youthable.
From Bakersfield College.
Yeah, that fool ain't 6'5" anymore, man. I'm looking down on his ass.
Yeah, he'll tell you different though. He's like, no, I'm still 6'5". I'm like, are you really?
It's like, yeah.
Where's the evidence that you're still 6'5", Dad?
All right, guys. And then I do like Gibbs at home against Tampa Bay. I see him taking like a screen. I just see him having a long touchdown. I don't know why. I just see that for some reason I think the back end of Tampa Bay being terrible. He's going to cut through, make it to the back end, and score a touchdown, Jason. And then I do want to talk about Pacheco. So Pacheco, to me, I was like, dude, if this fool didn't get a touchdown, he's terrible. So you must think he's getting a touchdown this week, right? He is at home versus Cincinnati. On paper, it should be a higher scoring game, so there should be a rushing touchdown for the Kansas City Chiefs. I still have him ranked 20, Jason. You have him ranked 9. That is a huge difference.
Yeah, well, sometimes a touchdown would help out a team a lot. Like, I mean, Derrick Henry, he only had 10 points, but thank God he had a touchdown last week. But until I see there is another person taking away the goal line carries away from Isaiah Pacheco, I feel like I have to put him in the top 10, especially in a high-scoring offense.
And then, Jason, I saw you did not have Ford ranked. I have Ford ranked 18, dude. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, the Jaguars actually held Mostert and Achane like under like 20 yards.
I know, dude, and I was like, holy shit. And then I do want to say there's a defensive guru on Reddit that everybody points towards. That fool had the Jaguars ranked like 6 or 7 this week. So I think I got to check. I get they have Josh Allen, right? But yeah, I have who are we talking about? Pacheco. Or no, not Pacheco. Ford. I just like Ford, dude. Like he is a huge part of that offense because they're not throwing downfield. So
Well, they are
through
throwing
usage,
downfield.
I just see him as being a top
They're
10.
not
That's all.
connecting.
Dude, fucking it. Through usage, I see him being a top 20 running back. That's all. Like I was like, this guy's being used so much. So like Jason, when I was ranking wide receivers and tight ends, I went for a heavy thing for me was targets. I like targeted people. When I was doing running backs, I went for touches. So when you see my rankings, that is what skews it a little bit. And Ford was high up there. Dude, you know who was high up there, Jason? Was Brian Robinson. And that fool gets the New York Giants this week. I have him ranked 15. You have him ranked 19.
Yeah, he looks like he's the goal line back. He had 17 points last week. He got more opportunities than Eckler did. If they're not going to pass it, they're going to run it with him or Daniels.
And Jason, Singletary is a starting running back to you this week against Washington at Washington.
You basically just explained why.
Dude, that guy on touches, like I said, I had him ranked so low that I looked at touches. He was like top 10. So I was like, holy shit. Put him up to 29? Still not high enough, probably. So Jason's probably more right there as far as Singletary. I'm just like fading all Giants, dude. I'm like, oh my God, dude. And in my mind, I just think I think of Quinn having a good front seven. I don't know why. Dan Quinn. All right, Jason. And then Zamir, you don't have ranked because his last week was terrible.
Well, that's not why. I don't have him ranked because I think the Raiders are going to have to play from behind, and that is more Alexander Madison than Zamir White.
Okay. Because the Raiders are definitely going to be in a blowout. You are for sure. I understand that. That's a good call there. I have him at 28 28. So I still have him as a flex, which I love Zamir, but last week really did worry me. And then McLaughlin, Jason, he's being used a lot as far as touches goes. You and I both have him as a flex, like a bottom end flex.
Yeah. He had like quite a few targets and receptions. Not a lot of yards came from it, but and then they just sent one of their guys, that rookie, to IR. That guy, he looks like he's from the Green Mile, but he plays running back from Notre Dame. Oh my God, Exemic, Attic. You know what I'm talking about? Dude, the guy's jacked, bro.
I'm just thinking the Slammin' Salmon. If you haven't watched Slammin' Salmon, go watch the Slammin' Salmon.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Jason Ray, my wife, was like, she's like 8 years younger than I am or whatever. And she's like, I was all going through. She's like, I love that movie. I'm like, are you talking about the Slammin' Salmon?
Yeah.
We sat down and watched that movie. I was like, oh, I made a good choice, Jason. Charbonnet, Jason, is ranked both 49 or 49 for me. Kenneth Walker has his abdominal issues. I still think that New England is going to be a good defense this year, but Charbonnet, put him in your flex if Kenneth Walker does not go.
Walker's out.
Are you kidding me?
That's what happened. It's his oblique. That's what my source said.
All right, dude. So we're gonna be pushing up Charbonnet up to. I'd probably put him behind. I'd probably put him in that Tony Pollard Zeke area.
Oh, well, he's listed as doubtful. Okay, so that's what ESPN is saying right now. Listed as doubtful.
Yeah, so I'd put him right there in this area right here.
This area right here.
Right here. All right, Jason, let's go to the wide receivers. Do we have any questions?
No, just people correcting me on my wording.
What are they saying, Jason?
You're wrong. No, Estime, that running back.
Didn't that fool he's on IR, got cut? Something happened to that fool.
I just said that. You never listen to me.
I did listen, Jason. But
no, yeah, he got sent to IR, so that's why there's going to be more opportunities for McLaughlin and Javonte Williams.
All right, dude. I understand that you have Lamb number 1, right?
No. Dang it. Yeah.
We spoke on the phone. And Jason said that Cup was his number 1.
I did. Damn it. Oh, Oh,
But hey, dude, Cooper Kupp, if this motherfucker gets 20, if somebody gets 20 something targets, you get number one status.
Yeah, you put him up where he belongs. Yeah, well, I'm okay with CeeDee Lamb still being number one. Sounds like that Saints backfield or secondary is like pretty beat up. So, yeah, damn it.
And then we got Lamb, dude, and then Hill. I'm telling you, I don't give a shit. I'm putting Hill up there every time. Last night, I have him in our listener league. I'm going against Jamie Craig. Remember, small turd getting crushed into dust. Dry turd. That's what you mean. Dry turd. Anyways, Jason, this alcohol is taking effect. I did not sleep last night. Okay. If you can't tell in my eyes, I did not sleep last night. 30 minutes, dog. And Jason St. Brown, Jameson Williams, like I said in our news report, has a ankle injury. I think that St. Brown was going to get have a bounce back week anyways. Now it is even more reinforced. You and I both have him ranked number 5.
That's the same reason.
And then Jason, isn't it crazy that we are so high on Rice?
No, absolutely not. Like we know how good this guy is. The only reason why he wasn't getting drafted earlier was because a pending suspension, but now that's not going to happen this year. So everybody who drafted him late basically has a steal. This guy's going to kill it. And the thing is, last night I was like reading and saw that Brown was likely still going to be out. I'm like, dude, this guy's going to get the same amount of targets, receptions as he did the game before. What did he get? He got like 18 points.
And there's so many. He looks like he's going to bust a touchdown. He's like Larry Fitzgerald when he used to do those like posts and slants and then take it straight up field. Like that's what it looks like. He's like Anquan Bolden type, Larry Fitzgerald type of shit. And I was like, oh my god, dude. So I drafted him 4th round. Everybody's like, you reached. I'm like, that's what my rankings told me. All right, that's where I had him. And
there was not reaching on him in the 4th round. That's still, I still feel like that's like late. If there was no suspension pending,
you and I both have him almost as a top 5. He might be a 2nd rounder right now, Jason.
I know, man.
Crazy. So yeah, DJ Moore eating shit, but at least I got Rashee Rice out here killing it.
Oh, Tyler, we got something here. It's pretty good. This is more you because you're all about the stack. Would you trade Brian Thomas Jr. for Ayuk? Both parties stack quarterback, 12 PPR.
No, dude, no. No.
But you get the stack, Tyler. You get the double stack.
Hey, I love stacks, dude. I love stacks when it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. I love stacks when it makes sense. But we are not trading. You could trade Ayuk for so much more than Brian Thompson Jr., dude. Yeah, he caught a touchdown, all that shit. Christian Kirk had like 3. Go check out Christian Kirk's targets, man. That is an anomaly. Get yourself a 4-week sample size before you start trading for before you start trading for a rookie, all right? Week 1 is crazy. Get yourself a 4-week sample size before you go pick up a rookie, please.
Well, you're getting rid of a rookie for Ayuk.
You said Christian Kirk.
Kirk? I said Brian Thomas for Ayuk.
Yes. Trade away. I was thinking like, oh my god, dude. Who the fuck is trading away Ayuk for Brian Thompson Jr.?
Well, he's asking if it's a fair trade. I do not think it's a fair trade.
Not fair. I would be like, no. Is this a collusion? This is like Twister, dude. I'm watching this guy die in a Twister. That makes no sense.
This guy has Thomas. Yes, I would definitely do that trade. Please do that trade. Ayuk might also have another bad week this week, but Tyler, we got something here.
Trade
quarterbacks are Rodgers and Fields. Would you trade Aaron Jones and check this out? This is a good name. Crash Rice for Herbert and CMC.
No. I'm not starting Herbert anyways, dude. Oh, wait. You're talking about Justin Herbert, right?
Maybe because he said he has Rodgers and Fields. So you talk about Justin Herbert and
I mean, I think that I think at the end of the season, Aaron Rodgers will have more fantasy points than Justin Herbert. Like that's not a thing to me. And then who was it? It was for Christian McCaffrey. Shit, who was it again, Jason?
It was Aaron Jones and Rashee Rice for Herbert and CMC.
Yeah, because I love Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is a second-round pick. So you're telling me people are like, I'm telling you, dude, people are trading away CMC for way less than a second-round pick right now. Right now. Keep your second-round Rashee Rice pick. Keep your and then who was the other person? Rashee Rice and who?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is like a fucking third-round pick right now, dude. Fourth-round pick. Keep that. And literally Aaron Rod or who was it? Justin Herbert's like a 15th round pick, 14th round pick. So yeah, keep those two right there. Do not trade for Christian McCaffrey. Dude, I have almost put some crazy trades together for Christian McCaffrey. This is not good. All this shit that we're hearing, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Oh my God, Jason, I'm gonna literally pee my pants, man. Like I want you to talk about Drake London because why are you so high on London? You have him ranked top 10.
Do I have him? Oh, right. So I have him high because I'm thinking, I can't really compare the Packers to the Falcons, but I'm comparing the Packers to the Falcons. Look what Jordan Love did, and look what the wide receivers did. If he's going to if Kirk Cousins is more going to hyper target an individual, it would be Drake London. And what's the stat that I have here? Is that I guess the only stat was we saw what happened previously. Their secondary, they tried to upgrade it. They draft all these players, but it looks like it still might be as bad as it was last year. We might get to a point where we're in like week 4, week 5, week 6, and we're going to be like, hey, start wide receivers against the Eagles. That's how it was last season. Right now, it looks like it might be the same. I'm just hoping there's a chance that Kirk Cousins looks a little bit better, and he'll hyper target Drake London, and he'll actually get some touchdowns and receptions this year or this week in PPR.
Holy crap, man! I drink both of my beers.
All right, Tyler, we got another question here. Thoughts on this trade? This is a half point PPR. Pittman and Ford for Mike Evans and Ladd. So the guy has no backup running back. He is starting Mixon and Singletary, and he needs an upgrade at wide receiver. So he's giving him Ford. So he's losing Ford and Pittman, and he needs a better wide receiver. Need an upgraded wide receiver. So you got Evans and Ladd, and
fucking A, dude. I would take Evans and Ladd because
I have Mike Evans. So hell yeah, and Ford, I like Ladd McConkey.
I love Ford, but guess what, man? That team sucks, and what's his name? Chubb is coming back. So like,
yeah,
the Browns Mike Evans, man. Mike Evans is gonna be a top 12 wide receiver at the end of the year. And Ladd McConkey just got a touchdown. So, yeah, I would take that. I would definitely take that. I think that's a good trade for that guy. Holy shit. All right, man. Moving forward, I do want to say Worthy, Jason. You have 14. I have 25. I thought that I was pretty high on him as like a borderline wide receiver 2 because if he doesn't catch a touchdown, it's kind of fucked. But still, you have him 14, and I'm guessing because of Hollywood Brown.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Mahomes ranking.
That's exactly right. I mean, we saw what this guy. I mean, Andy Reid has plays for this guy. We saw it on last Thursday. So he's somehow. It may not be a lot, but you get this guy like 3 or 4 chances to earn you points, and I'm like, I will love those chances, right? Because he's so fast. He's so fast. So I think now with Brown out, I'm telling you, you're going to have to put this guy in your flex like every week with the potential of scoring a bazillion points. So I'm going to put him in my top 15. I'm going to do it.
And then Jason, you have Tank ranked above Diggs by quite a bit. I have Diggs. I hate Diggs. I have him ranked above Tank because of those 2 touchdowns. Red zone. I did hear on Reddit, dude, that Tank missed out on just a couple of long, huge plays, Jason. Would have been a completely different without that. So what's making you rank Tank ahead of Diggs?
So, like I said, Houston is going up against a tough secondary. Where's this little stat at here? So Nico Collins is going up against Jalen Johnson. Yeah, fuck that. I don't want any part of that.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Diggs is going against Kyler Gordon, who only allows 0.13 points per route run. The guy who actually who gives up the most points per route run is the guy who's covering Tank Dell. Well, they're going to have to pass the ball. If they can't pass to nobody else, I think Tank Dell is going to be the guy who's going to be able to take advantage of whatever weakness, if there is one, in that secondary. And I think he's going to outperform the other two.
And then Jason, we're pretty much done with your rankings too. I kept on going to like fucking 50 because I'm an asshole. But I do want to say the veal, pass the veal, Jason, pass the veal. This guy right here, he was my secret start of the week at home versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has two really good corners. Their slot corner is god awful. This guy got 8 targets, 8 receptions last week from Bo Nix. So if you want a flex, you do not have a flex, you are full PPR. Go start veal. Get the veal.
Go
right,
get him.
Jason?
Yeah.
All right, man. Lastly, let's go over our tight ends. You ready for this shit? How long are we going here? We're an hour in, dude. We're an hour in. This is live.
The people have questions we have to answer.
Hey, man, this is like my live show on Sunday mornings. Who knows how long it's going to go? I'm like, I got to eat a PB&J, guys. I got to go. All right. Anyways.
He's still making the trade offer. Good luck. No. Sorry.
Good luck, dude. Get that shit.
This guy's like, I'm making both trade offers. Wish me luck. Good luck.
Jason, I've got Kittle ranked at 3. I've got, and just because of the Vikings, like the way they're structured and stuff. And then you have him at 7. That's pretty much our only big difference in the top stuff. I do want to say, Jason, I have Parkinson ranked number 5.
Hey, man. That's sensitive topic there. Back to the Future. Fix that shit.
Did you what? You want to fix that shit?
Yeah, well, Michael J. Fox has it.
Well, so do you like Parkinson?
I like the person, not the consequence. Not the conflict of it.
I'm just
Tyler. All right. We got a guy. Huge fan of the show. Already a sub. Quick question. Am I a buffoon for wanting to start Worthy over Adams or Neighbors? Adams could see a lot of potential, but he's going up against a crazy defense.
No, dude, like if I was putting these guys all in tiers, right? They'd all be within 1 or 2 tiers of each other. So no, you're not crazy. Because like I said, fantasy football is super subjective, dude. This is such random shit, dude. Like people think they know what they're talking about. Like, yeah, we'll give you the best odds, but they're odds. So it's like it's all random. So
I mean,
you're not crazy, dude. You're not crazy, but Adams is tripping me out because I thought he was gonna be super hyper targeted, Jason, and they went to Bowers a lot, and so I need like 3 or 4 games before I write off Adams. And who was the other guy though?
It was either Worthy, Neighbors, or Adams.
Worthy, and what sucks is Worthy's gonna have the least amount of targets out of all those guys.
I know, but he's gonna have the high ceiling probably.
I know. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like they're all in the same tier. So do you need a safe floor? Do you want to just have fun and just go for that shit and not give a shit about somebody maybe getting 2 points? Go with Worthy. If you want that safe floor, I'd go with Adams. And then who was the other third person?
It was Neighbors.
And then Neighbors is somewhere in between. So Adams safe floor, Worthy is the ceiling, and then Neighbors is somewhere in between. All around the same tier. Make up your mind. I would if it was me, I'd probably go Worthy because I loved watching him. So there you go. And then
Worthy.
Hey, dude, I drafted Bowers. I was all about Fairmouth towards the end of Jason, like the preseason or whatever. I went all about Bowers. I shared that with you, everybody. And now Bowers, Jason, I drafted him kind of late. And now that fool's going, you and I both have him ranked in the top 7. He had 8 targets, I think, last week. Looked great. And now he's going against at Baltimore, pass rush.
Yep.
Probably going to get a lot of targets.
Yep. Well said. Do you like Neighbors or DK Metcalf more right now in full PPR?
Well, fuck, dude. I mean, full PPR. Let's go. Okay, let me change over. Was it Malik Neighbors or DK?
Yeah, I think I have Neighbors higher.
Dude, I've got I've got DK above, but Malik has the best matchup. So Jason is super high on Malik, right? He's got a number 11. I've got him as a wide receiver 2. Jason has a low end wide receiver 1. I have DK and Malik, both wide receiver 2s, so around the same area. But dude, yeah, Malik, Washington sucks so bad, Jason.
I know. So the reason why I have him so high.
I know, because I'm like, New England is kind of a surprise good. You saw what they did. You saw what they did on the road against Cincinnati. I'd probably go.
Yep.
Just
say it. You know you want to say it, dude. Just say it.
Flip a coin, dude. Flip a fucking coin. I'd probably go to Malik. All right, Jason. Is there anything else? What else is going on?
Just James. Do you like Likely over Goderte?
Yeah, Likely over Go Dirt. Joe Dirt. He's all, what is that? A space peanut?
Space peanut. Come on, tell us your story, Joe Dirt.
Hey, dude. I had a crush on that one chick, Jason Forever. What was her name in that movie? I don't know, but she was on.
Amy
It's
Smart?
always done in Philadelphia, huh?
Was it Amy Smart?
No, it was. She was in Cranked, and yeah, I kind of had a crush.
Oh, that one. Yeah, she's in Butterfly Effect.
All right. Anyways, Jason, go watch Joe Dirt. All right, man. I want to point out that Jason has Kyle Pitts ranked number 5 overall at Philadelphia. I mean, I like your logic because Kirk Cousins looks terrible and he has no time to throw. You throw to your tight end, Jason, when you have no time to throw.
Yeah, he was the only guy who actually performed in that wide receiver core last week. He was the only one. So I don't believe in the Eagles secondary right now. I still need a couple more games. Until then, I'm going with what looks like Kirk Cousins' favorite guy, which is Mr. Pitts.
Yeah. And then, Jason, you were higher on Kincaid. You got him in the top 10. I had him as my sit of the week. And it made me, Jason, did you see that first drive? I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, like back-to-back receptions.
And then, I think he's had 5 receptions, Jason, in the first 2 games. Yeah, dude, I told you this preseason. I told you this last year. Kincaid, man, when Dawson Knox comes back, it's like a 50-50 split. Dawson Knox didn't even get his receptions last game, and he still did bad. So if you can trade away Kincaid, I highly suggest you do that. You know what I'm saying, right, Jason? Is that funny? Is that funny?
No. Roman was all. I think he's talking about Joe Dirt's little girlfriend. He said her name was Brandy.
Yeah, it was Brandy, but I was like, dude, who's the? Yeah, it was Brandy. Remember, and it was what the fuck, dude? What's his? God, dude, Kid Rock was in there. He was like the popular guy. It's like, dude, he looks like white trash.
I know. I felt like I was back home. What was that?
I don't know, man. I'm so exhausted. I didn't sleep last night. I'm 4 beers deep. Who knows what else is in me? Holy shit. All right, dude.
Tyler, check this out. I sent a trade, right? Jaden Reed and Pat Fairmouth for Trey, McBridezilla, and Amari Cooper.
So who was the 2? It was who?
It was Jaden Reed, Pat Fairmouth for Trey McBridezilla, and Amari Cooper. Jaden Reed's on my bench.
That's pretty fair, dude. That's fair. That's fair to me. How do you feel about that?
I think it's fair. I mean, Reed is on my bench, so it's not like I'm like, I want the tight end.
You just did it? You did it?
Yes, I did it. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for a feedback. I'm waiting for my phone to light up saying accepted.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. On all my trades, I send too. Okay, but yeah, I think that's just pretty much like I wouldn't care about that trade if that happened. So, Jason, Jonnu Smith, you were higher on. I've been all about Jonnu Smith, and then he broke my heart last week. So
he did pretty good last night,
dude. In the first the offensive coordinator said they're going to come out and get Jonnu more involved, and they did. So, and then Kraft, I was all about Musgrave. Keep your eye on Kraft for the Green Bay Packers tight ends, all right? And then, Foster Moreau, Jason, is like tight end 4 right now. And Jawan Johnson's pretty high up there too. but they went against Carolina. That was an outlier. But I had to put them in here.
Yeah, Johnny Smith is tight end number 3 right now. He had 11 points last week, but I think McRowe's hurt. My bro, McRowe. I think he's
Hey,
hurt
man,
right now.
McBride's not going to get any targets when Marvin Harrison Jr. gets 16 targets a game, motherfucker. All right, dude. Hey, that is the show. Thank you so much for watching. We're going late, dude. We're going late. Man, this is live. Thank you so much for participating, man. That is the most we've ever had. Keep the shit going, dude. It's easy to answer questions when you drink. And, hey, it's all the instincts over here, man. We literally do this show 365. So we're thinking fantasy all the time. People ask at work, like, what do you think about this guy? I'm like, well, his backup is this, and, the coordinator is this. And they're like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
His 3-cone drill time at the combine was one of the best. So that means
Flyer of the week, Isaac Garindo. Whoa. Jason, who was your gamble of the week?
Tua.
Well, shit, that was a gamble.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he would have been good if it wasn't for those interceptions, man.
Yeah.
People were paying attention.
Exactly.
He was all, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you in the hands. Sorry, I did not mean to hit you in the hands. Anyways, hey, please thumbs up this video if you have not. It helps us. Subscribe, dude. We need you. And Jason, let people know what's coming out. I know I have a live show on Sunday and our earliest waiver wire show on the planet on Sunday as well.
All right. So Tyler just told you what I needed to tell you.
But
even though this show is ending right now, if you still have questions, leave a comment. Tyler gets notified all the time. He's on it all the time. He's like, bam, 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 bam. I don't get notifications on it. So it's whenever I check it and I see it, I try to chime in. If you have any questions about the rankings, start, sit, let us know. Blow us up. Don't laugh. I'm being serious. Even though it looks like I got a blue tongue. It looked like I got a blue tongue. But so anyway, cheers. Thanks for drinking with us.
Woo!
I will talk to you in our Smashes and Crashes episode. Deuces.
This is our fantasy. This is the fantasy red zone, and we appreciate you.